Seriously. Alright, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, so I guess like for me, I got into skating, like I said, when I was like 12, and I mean, what attracted me to skateboarding was like kind of like an outlaw thing to do, something that we could do and that we had complete control of, and there wasn't like teachers or coaches like trying to tell us what to do. Like for like the art, like it was like, you know, associated with like punk rock, and then hip hop was emerging, and so there's like attitude and like style and everything, and at the same time it's like it doesn't even matter like if you're good or not.
Especially when you consider the music aspect of it, it's kind of, well, it's like a lot of like punk rock and hardcore metal and hip hop were all these, you know, not mainstream but more rebellious, you know, go against the mainstream type of, you know, music, and that eventually does become mainstream. But it definitely, like, I feel like skating is kind of goes hand in hand with that culture in some ways.
Skateboarding existed before those,
yeah,
punk rock and hip hop, but it was different in like the 70s. The remnant, like the kids of that generation, like they were like left to pick up the pieces.
Curry's this college professor, just you know.
Yeah, just
okay.
off the record.
Yeah.
Curry teaches at Western.
It's like still catching momentum today too, because like it's a similar environment, I think.
Definitely.
Like with specifics, this is a school for us to stay apolitical, but the vibe that's currently, I don't want to say, but like the around like today's like news is definitely still in that like rebellious that we're sitting.
Obviously, I wasn't coming into skateboarding when it was this big underground thing. It was starting to come up and be more of a mainstream kind of thing, but it wasn't anything like sports or anything like that. So when I was growing up, I was never somebody who was really into sports. Like Curry said, it's a type of sport that you don't have a coach, you don't have a teacher, you don't have somebody sitting there showing you how to do it and telling you what to do and making you practice.
It's very do-it-yourself.
It's all do-it-yourself, yeah. And you can just sit down. If you want to learn a trick, you learn a trick. No matter how hard somebody says it is, you can sit down and learn it. Always grown up with, I've always had trouble focusing. I've had ADD my whole life, and I've never had, like, the thing is with ADD is you have trouble focusing on things that you're not really into. Skateboarding was that one thing that I knew in the bigger picture, I loved it, but it made me go outside and work hard on something that felt redundant, that felt like it wasn't ever going to come around. You know, you're sitting outside trying to practice an ollie for 2 hours just for the board to lift an inch off the ground after that whole session. So it kind of taught me that repetition, practice, focusing on something that you want to accomplish will eventually show results. Basically, you just sit down and learn what an ollie is. You learn that when you snap the tail, the board gets a little bit of height, and you can extend that height by sliding your foot in the proper place. And even though you know that, your body does not. You have to sit there and teach your body that specific muscle memory like
a long
hundreds
time.
Of hours.
And that's why it's like definitely an art.
Exactly.
Same way with art, but you're like, I know it's amazing, that's the thing, but you can't force yourself to make it.
Exactly.
Until you practice and hone in on it and focus on it over and over and over again to the point where you're crazy, but you love it.
Yeah. Knowing those physics help hone in the idea. If you know the specific point that you need to be flipping the board, it helps you understand how to make that flip different or how to keep it consistent.
You know, sometimes to me it's like you can be like meditative.
Yeah,
You'll feel it the next day though. You'll be like, and it was just, I didn't realize how long I'd been skating for until the next day when I couldn't stand up straight. Like it was just, it was too much.
That's the feeling. So basically, this is the most basic part of a skateboard that everybody knows, which is the deck, the wooden part of the skateboard. And there's a lot of design that goes into it. Where the curves are, and where they stop, where the flat parts are, where the bolts go, all of that. So basically there's always a back and a front to a skateboard, the tail and the nose. And that's not really defined well with this style of skateboard because they both look pretty similar, but there's a very slight difference in the curvature of each. The Heyo is flatter than the nose, and it's steeper, so your front foot, when it slides up, you catch it easier, and it's thicker, so it has more room to catch. And going on from there, you obviously have your grip tape. Basically, the skateboard's made up of multiple plies going on. I believe there's something like
7 or 8.
Seven.
Yeah.
Does it
7.
count?
Yeah.
As you do tricks and you're popping the board, it's dragging across the ground, friction, all that fun stuff, and it goes through the plies honestly pretty quickly.
Unless you have a carbon fiber deck.
Unless you have a fancy board like
yeah, which doesn't
Rambo.
get razor tail.
The
That
whole board is plastic.
carbon fiber. It's a carbon fiber deck mixed with wood.
The only issue is that's taking forever to decompose.
What's that?
Carbon fiber takes 4,000 years to decompose.
Well, I will hand this down to generation to generation until, you know, my
Good answer.
my ancestors have ascended to a higher realm.
I can actually lean on my toes and have it do something, and now because I'm leaning on my toes, the concave part is level to the ground, so I'm actually still
Turning,
stable.
right, and able to
Vice
turn.
versa. Exactly.
Yeah.
And then the trucks are designed so they turn outward on my heel, so I can turn right, and obviously they're inward on the other side, and then vice versa.
So in physics, when you're like describing how it changes, it's entirely changing like the point of like where you face all of those forces that are working off of it. So you have to draw like a new plane every single time you get tilted.
Completely.
And you do like new face value as to like what angle gravity's pulling you, what angle you're pushing yourself down. So,
Exactly that.